Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm very good, very good. Yes. I'm from the United States.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien y que hayan tenido unas felices fiestas. Y si no es así, piense que todo puede cambiar. Simplemente hay que ponerse en camino y avanzar. Y en este canal, como bien sabes, te ayudamos con el inglés. Así que hoy vamos a hablar de cómo podemos avanzar con nuestro inglés en el año 2022. Hace unos días hice un vídeo recomendándoles la plataforma Cambly, donde pueden aprender y mejorar su inglés con los profesores nativos. Les dejaré el enlace abajo en la descripción y en los comentarios por si lo han perdido. Y hoy quiero enseñarles lo fácil que es entrar y practicar con los profesores de Cambly. Además, vamos a hacer una sesión con un tutor de Cambly hoy mismo en esta clase y vamos a pedirle que nos comparta algunos consejos para aprender inglés. Todo 100% en inglés, así que será muy interesante. Prepárate y quédate hasta el final de este vídeo. Y si no tienes ordenador o no te gusta usarlo, no pasa nada porque Cambly tiene una aplicación tanto para Android como para iOS en sus stores oficiales. Y lo más importante, me han dado unos enlaces, códigos promocionales y prueba gratuita para todos ustedes hasta el día 14 de este mes de enero. El código de descuento Irina22, te lo dejaré todo en la descripción de este vídeo, así que chequéalo, sabes lo que tienes que hacer con este código de descuento. Bueno, sin más preámbulos, empezamos con el vídeo. Como les he dicho, es súper mega fácil acceder a la plataforma de Cambly. Simplemente desde el navegador ponemos cambly.com o más fácil aún si vas a la descripción de este vídeo y clicas en el enlace que te he proporcionado, te llevará directamente a la plataforma Cambly. Bueno, vamos allá. Lo primero que tenemos que hacer obviamente es registrarnos. Clicamos aquí en el botón de registrarse. No te llevará más de un minuto, es muy fácil. Simplemente pones aquí tu correo electrónico y una contraseña segura. O bien puedes usar una de tus redes sociales, Facebook, Google, etc. Bueno, yo ya tengo una cuenta creada, así que simplemente voy a iniciar sesión. Bueno, ya estamos dentro de la plataforma, vamos a ver qué es lo que nos ofrece. Aquí tenemos tres apartados principales: profesores, cursos, progreso. Vamos a empezar por el apartado de los cursos, que les quiero enseñar, que me parece muy interesante. A ver, si se suscriben con Cambly, y pues acuérdense de que pueden usar mi código de descuento Irina22 hasta el 14 de enero, así que apresúrense. Aquí luego podrán beneficiarse de todos estos cursos, por ejemplo, Basic Conversation Topics, o sea, los temas básicos para conversar, inglés intermedio, inglés avanzado, inglés para viajes, English for Travel, inglés de negocios y un montón de cursos y talleres que podrán hacer con los tutores de Cambly. Luego aquí podrán ver su progreso y los profesores con los que han interactuado. Y ahora, pues lo más importante, vamos a ver los profesores y los tutores de Cambly. Entonces aquí podemos ver a todos los profesores que están en línea y con los que podemos hablar ahora mismo si queremos, simplemente dándole al botón llamar. Pero antes les quería enseñar estos filtros que ofrece la plataforma. Por ejemplo, si quieren hacer algún curso en concreto, imaginemos que nos interesa inglés de negocios, Business English, entonces aquí marcamos Business English, ¿vale? Y aparecerán los tutores que se dedican a enseñar Business English. Bueno, desmarcamos. Luego el nivel de la lección, que es muy importante para que el profesor sepa qué nivel tienes, principiante, intermedio, avanzado. También podrás elegir el acento del tutor. Si quieres, por ejemplo, practicar el acento estadounidense o más bien el acento británico o canadiense, etc. Hay todos los acentos en la plataforma de Cambly, podrás encontrar según tu gusto lo que quieras. Luego puedes elegir la personalidad del tutor, disponibilidad, y aquí, si por ejemplo quieres que el profesor hable un poco de español para que te explique algunos temas que te cuestan en concreto, puedes escribir aquí español y te aparecerán los profesores que también dominen el español para que te puedan explicar algo mejor o para que estés a gusto durante las primeras clases, ¿no? Como pueden ver, hay muchísimos tutores de todos los países de habla inglesa, son todos profesores nativos y certificados. Bueno, ahora vamos a llamar a algún profesor. Por ejemplo, vamos a llamar a Jeff Smith.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm very good, very good. Yes. My name is Jeff,
My
and
name is
I am
Irene.
from. Nice to meet you. I'm from the United States.
Oh, I'm originally from Russia, but I'm currently living in Spain. So let's just begin with this. Could you please tell, for example, my subscribers where you're from and how long you've been working with Cambly?
Okay, well, I am from the United States. I am actually from a state called Michigan, which is in the north part of the United States. And I've been tutoring for Cambly since July of 2021. So, yes.
All right, fantastic, great. What would be the best language learning tip that you could give to to any English learner out there?
Well, the biggest tip is just practice, and also, setting realistic goals. You won't be able to master the English language overnight. It is a very complicated language. There are so many rules, so many exceptions to the rules. So I would just say practice and set goals for where you want to be in 3 months. Set a goal for where you would like to be in 1 year. So yeah.
Absolutely, because I've seen so many courses out there, saying you can master English in 3 months with us, and it's just, so unfair to language learners. It's just because it's not true. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Right. So just one more question, if you don't mind. I don't know if the connection is okay. Can you hear me well? I don't know.
Yes, I hear you
Fine.
okay. Sure. There's maybe a little bit of a lag every once in a while, but for the most part it's working. Yeah.
Yeah, also, another question I wanted to ask you is many students ask me like how they can improve their pronunciation and sound more native-like. Obviously, there are so many accents in the English language, right? Because there are so many regional differences, and they ask me, which accent, which variant of English am I supposed to study? So, advice would you give them?
There's no correct answer to that. I even have explained to students that within the United States there are so many different accents. That native English speakers within the United States, we sometimes have difficulty understanding one another. It's someone who comes from New York City and then someone who is from the deep South will have very different ways of pronouncing different words. So there is really no correct accent. But as far as pronunciation goes, I mean, for example, on Cambly, they have some really well-made lesson plans that go through things like pronunciation. And, most of the lesson plans contain a vocabulary lesson within the plan. and then that covers pronunciation and the correct way to pronounce words. So, but as far as accents go, yeah, I don't know, you know.
Yeah, but if there's a student who is specifically struggling with an accent, well, with pronunciation in general, let's just not dive into the accent part, but they just, struggling with pronouncing the words correctly. What do you think are the best techniques to improve the pronunciation? For example, I don't know, what do you think about listening to music or, I don't know, watching Netflix series with English subtitles? Do you think it's a good way to improve the pronunciation, or it's just some stupid stuff to do?
I have had many students tell me that they learn more English through watching Netflix series and streaming series, and I always advise them that if the more fun you can make learning, if you can make learning fun, by watching a Netflix series or talking about a fun topic with your tutor on Cambly, the more the more fun it is, the more you're going to remember. And that's just, as opposed to sitting and reading a textbook that's just going to rigidly tell you the rules. It's harder to remember all of that. So yeah, I can't say that everybody's going to learn English from watching streaming series, but I have talked to many students that they say that in their free time they watch English language series and they learn quite a bit from it. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. But for example, during your lessons, if you see a student who is specifically struggling with the pronunciation part, how do you help them to not struggle as much as they do with the pronunciation part? So what maybe, I don't know, activities do you have?
Sure. Well, yeah. Well, as far as pronunciation goes, when a student signs up for Cambly, they can choose what is called the student preferences, and they can choose to be corrected after every mistake, corrected after only serious mistakes, or corrected at the end of the lesson. So it gives the student choices however they want to be, how often they want to be corrected, and so depending on the student preference, that's what the tutor goes by. And so yeah, it just, that's a cool thing about Cambly, is there is a lot of, the student really gets to choose how they want to learn,
Absolutely.
so there
Yeah.
isn't really yeah.
I also saw that students can choose, kind of personality of a tutor, and I was just taken aback by this function. Like, if you want your tutor to be more, I don't know, academic or more fun or more patient, it's just incredible. I loved it.
Yeah. It's my understanding there are a lot of tutors available. From many different English-speaking countries. So, yeah.
And just one final question, and just we finish with this session. Thank you so much just for explaining everything. You're just such a nice person to talk to. Just one final question. Also, a lot of students, there's another aspect that they struggle with. It's shyness. Yeah, shyness, or I don't know, the fear of talking to a native speaker. I also heard some students saying that, oh, no way am I going to enroll in a language course, because there's going to be so many people, listening to me, and if I fail, they will, just ostracize me or look down on me. And I know I think the best thing about Cambly is that you have one-on-one sessions, like private sessions with a native speaker. And I don't know, what do you think about this? What's the best part about Cambly, compared to big language schools where you have to sit in a classroom, with lots of people around you? What's, the benefit of Cambly?
Well, yeah, You asked about shyness, and then you make a good point that yes, it is one-on-one. So I think that is less intimidating than if you are in a classroom full of other people, for sure. Yeah. And then as far as overcoming any kind of shyness, it's difficult. It's just a difficult thing to do, and I think every tutor has a different approach to that. I myself am very patient and very understanding that it's so difficult to learn a new language. I am always very impressed at what the students on Cambly do. The work that they do is really, really impressive. I just think, just the first experience, the first call, just make the first call to Cambly and give it a try. They usually have free trial available, so you've got nothing to lose, and usually in that first session, I think a student realizes that they know more English than they think they do, and
Yeah,
then that
absolutely.
kind of gives them confidence to move forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this session. Thank you so much for talking to me. You really helped me a lot.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bueno, espero que les haya sido útil y que hayan podido conocer la plataforma de Cambly. Realmente me parece una gran herramienta, porque si no, no se la recomendaría. Y como han podido ver, es muy fácil de usar y hay un gran listado de profesores de diferentes lugares, de distintas edades. O sea, seguro que podrás encontrar a tu profesor ideal en esta plataforma. Si quieres probarlo, recuerda de darle al enlace que te he dejado en la descripción de este vídeo y en la sección de los comentarios. Entra y empieza a practicar inglés hoy mismo. Y si te vas a suscribir con Cambly, recuerda de poner el código descuento IRINA22 para que te hagan un descuentazo del 50% según el plan. De todos modos, te animo a que entres hoy mismo en la plataforma de Cambly y la cheques por tu cuenta. Acuérdate de que tienes minutos de sesión gratuita. Bueno, esto sería todo. Muchísimas gracias por ver este vídeo hasta el final. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Chao, chao, corazones. Adiós.
I just think, just the first experience, the first call, just make the first call to Cambly and give it a try. They usually have free trial available, so you've got nothing to lose, and usually in that first session, I think a student realizes that they know more English than they think they do, and
Yeah,
then that
absolutely.
kind of gives them confidence to move forward.